Hello, goblins. It's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. It's an episode of this week's Pipes. I was wondering what to smoke today, and in the end, I settled on Germain's RDF with its part-eaten label. It's been a good week this week. Weather's been really nice. Been getting warm. It's like 21 today. Which is lovely. This week, I've been watching a documentary on Netflix, Gone Girls, not the movie Gone Girl, starring Liam Neeson. The documentary Gone Girls, which is all about the victims of the Long Island killer. Which was really, I was going to say fascinating, but it's also very tragic. And while the actual events of the case are tragic in themselves, even more tragic was the police response to these murders. It was really quite shocking. They more or less had the answer in their hands from one of the early witnesses, and yet, they just squandered their time for 10 years. Quite despicable. But there we go. It's still a fascinating watch. So I recommend it. It's in some ways it's hard to know what it's a story of. Is it a story of the victims? In part it is. Is it a story about how police and maybe society treats or values a certain kind of victim? I mean, it seems undoubtedly about that as well. The police should be there to serve all of us, no matter who we are or what we do as a living. They've got a job to do, man. Just do it. It's really quite... It might get your blood boiling. But they get there in the end. When they kind of have a changing of the guard and and that kind of thing. On a lighter note, was also watching on Amazon, Last One Laughing. Obviously, because I'm in the UK, I was watching the UK edition. I believe there's Last One Laughing in various countries. The Irish one's called LOL. I don't know if there's an American version. I assume there must be. Quite a few great people in the UK one. Bob Mortimer and Richard Ayoade were kind of like the highlights. And Sarah Pascoe as well. She's great. That's a good way to lighten the mood. The format is it's a bunch of comedians in a room together and they've got to not laugh. Which leads to some interesting interaction. Since they're all comedians. And of course they can't bear not to get a laugh, so they wind up going to some extremes. Very good. Alright, this week's Pipes. None available this week. a strawberry. Haven't made a strawberry in a hot minute. This one is the unripe strawberry version in black and green. And the colour of the briar really, it was really pale, so it really took the green really well. Made it really vibrant. The grain was kind of lovely. So you have the normal run of straight grain along the shank, and then a lovely fan of straight grain across the bowl. Which is how I try to position it. Because obviously the strawberry shape comes down to a point, and ideally when you can get it, you want the grain doing the same thing. And here it more or less does. Some quite finely graded ring grain. Half saddle stem in moss green. What else? There's a lot of reflection on that. So there, strawberry in black and green contrast blast. A handsome fellow. I got a feeling the lawn's going to require mowing pretty soon. It's just starting to get out of hand. I'll send the boy around with the lawnmower. I haven't got time to mow the lawn. These last two are for the same customer. Part of a, well, it wound up being a 3-pipe request. Started out as 1, ballooned to 3. This is for Pat in Singapore. So it's an acorn, as you can tell. This one, a tall acorn, slightly taller bowl than usual. Look at that. Some fine ring grain. A cool piece of slanted plateau on the rim there. Very nearly a windshield. Good for lunting. One of the nice things about a black stain on the briar is it like puts all the focus on the grain structure. And this is with the Potoro marble stem. Look at the detail on this guy. The Potoro marble is black, white and gold. And for Pat, fitted for 6mm filter. An acorn. I don't know how many acorns Pat has now. Wouldn't like to think. I was just talking to Ian from Northern Briars. We've got the British Pipe Smoking Championship coming up in about 5 weeks' time. I've got to make a pipe for it. I suddenly came out of the blue and was like, right, okay, yeah, got to make a pipe for that, okay. Somehow I'll find a way to fit that in. And Slim Dublin with fingerprint rustication. Toro marble stem. So kind of a set. And Pat asked me, would that take a 6mm filter? And I thought, I don't know if that will take a 6mm filter. But actually, when I actually looked at it, I was like, actually, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I was worried it would be like, a bit close. Actually, it's not that close. It's totally fine. A nice bit of characterful plateau on the rim. It's pretty cool. So, Slim Dublin. Rich dark flake. What a tobacco. All right, I'm going to have a very relaxing weekend this weekend. I'm not doing anything. Maybe watching some Studio Ghibli movies. Haven't decided what yet. Not Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle, because we always watch those. We've watched those a bajillion times. Got to watch something else. The boy suggested watching The Boy and the Heron. We went to the cinema to see The Boy and the Heron. And it's quite an odd film, that one. Thought maybe it is time to see that one again. I wasn't sure what I made of it at the cinema. Not sure at all. So maybe we will give that one another go. I seem to remember The Cat Returns being pretty cool. I like The Cat Returns. Also like Kiki's Delivery Service. That's nice. And Potoro. My Neighbour Totoro is really nice if you just want to like turn your brain off and just watch a cartoon. All right. That's that. I should be back next week, all being well, with some more pipes. So, I hope the weather's good where you are. Until next week, take it very easy. Your loyal pipe maker.